The American economy looks unstoppable. Wall Street is partying, inflation is cooling down, and new fast food inventions are dropping like album releases. But behind all this optimism sits a quiet storm. Not loud, not chaotic, but dangerous. Because while Washington burns through money like it's competing in a spending Olympics, millions of ordinary Americans have started doing the exact same thing. Household debt, credit debt. Mortgage debt, auto debt. Student debt, every category has smashed all-time records. And the uncomfortable truth, the economic growth everyone's bragging about is increasingly powered by borrowed money, not rising incomes. Let's pull back for a second. The United States now holds more debt than any country in human history. The national tab has blown past $38 trillion, and the interest bill alone is so massive that America spends over $1 trillion per year just paying for past mistakes. That's more than the country spends on veterans, more than income security programs, even more than parts of the military budget. Every year, a bigger share of government money goes toward simply keeping creditors from knocking at the door. And this behavior has trickled down to households. If the federal government can spend without thinking, why shouldn't everyone else? The average American now carries over $90,000 in personal debt. Total household debt has climbed to $18.6 trillion, a number that has surged nearly 60% in the last decade. Debt has become the glue holding the entire U.S. economy together. But not all debt works the same way. Some is useful, some is destructive, and some is downright terrifying. To understand where the real danger lies, we have to break all this debt into categories, starting with the good stuff. Mortgage debt is massive, around $13 trillion. But at least it's tied to something real. A house. Same with home equity credit lines. Even though these have jumped 30% since 2021, they're still relatively small compared to the rest of America's debt mountain. Housing debt is the responsible older sibling. Now, let's talk about the troublemakers. College should be a pathway to success. But today, it's also America's biggest financial trap. Tuition prices have exploded more than 700% since the 1980s, and now student loan balances sit around $1.7 trillion. Even worse, delinquencies, people falling 90-plus days behind, have jumped from under 1% to over 9% in a year. And you can't return your degree or wipe this debt out easily through bankruptcy. Student debt sticks to you like glue. Now we enter the danger zone. Credit card balances have surpassed $1 trillion, the highest ever. Delinquencies have jumped to over 12%, levels not seen since the 2008 crisis. Why? Because inflation skyrocketed. Housing costs exploded, wages lagged behind, and Americans are swiping cards just to get by. With average interest rates above 21%, falling behind even a little can turn into a financial nightmare. Then came the new villain with friendly colors and soft buttons: buy now, pay later. More than 15% of Americans used it in 2024. Almost half regret it. A quarter are already behind on payments. It's the same old credit trap, just packaged like a tech startup. So, while headlines celebrate strong consumer spending, the truth is hard to ignore. People aren't spending because they're rich. They're spending because they're borrowing. The U.S. economy is like a game of hot potato. Everyone's hoping they're not the one holding the debt when the music stops. On the surface, everything looks fine. But beneath it, the foundation is slowly cracking. America isn't preparing for tomorrow, it's financing today.